Hello, Petitbot. Thanks for being a guest for this interview. You have been part of the TCG Invitational tournament that we run for Mindbug. Normally, you play Keyforge,
Yes.
uh, and you are pretty successful playing it. But you also managed to somehow get very good at Mindbug in a short time frame and made an impressive third place. So congratulations for that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to do so good, honestly. Huh?
So, yeah, maybe before we get into the Mindbug nitty-gritties, tell us how did you get into playing Keyforge or card games in general professionally, or not professionally, but very competitively?
Yeah, competitively. Yeah. So, in general, I'm a very competitive person, and I also am passionate about games in general. So, board games, video games, card games, whatever has game in it, I'm in for it. And I played a lot of games, not competitively, but I like to push the boundaries and to go how I can go. I don't know if you know about like games like Teamfight Tactics or those kind of stuff. So, for example, I'm grandmaster in Teamfight Tactics without trying too hard. So I usually am not too bad at games, and I love playing every type of game. Just in front of me, you cannot see it because of the camera, but I have a huge shelf with board games on it. So yeah, games it's really it's my passion. And so a few words about Keyforge. So I got into Keyforge like pretty early when the game came out, and I really love the community. To be honest, it is the best community in all games that I have seen so far. But maybe if I'm part of the Mindbag community, we'll see how it goes. But the Keyforge community is absolutely amazing. The game itself, a crazy game, and it fits me very well because it's a game where, if you don't know about it, every deck is unique, and so it's really a game about adaptation, and you have to understand how does your deck work, how does the opponent deck work, and how do they interact with each other. So it's really about adaptation, and this is something I love about games in general. And I think Mindbug is a bit like this also. So I really love the game.
Yeah, that's very great. So we are the German publisher of Keyforge as well. So we like the game and the community quite a bit as well. And I think there can be a good overlap of those two communities. I think for Keyforge players, Mindbug could be very good game as well. So they bring some very good skills, as we have seen with you. But also the other way around, like Mindbug might be a bit simpler than Keyforge to get into.
Sure.
So I consider Mindbug to be kind of a transition game for the board game players that want to go a little bit deeper into these strategic TCGs or dueling card games. So yeah, how did you like Mindbug, and would you recommend it to other Keyforge players, basically?
So first, I have to say I loved Mindbug, and I was actually very surprised of how deep it can be. While there are not many cards, and the game mechanics are pretty easy to start playing. It's very simple to understand. I have started playing it with friends around me, and like in 2 minutes, you can explain how the game works. You play your first game, everyone understands, but it's like easy to play, but hard to master. And I really think that is the case with Mindbug, and I was very surprised by how deep the games can be. The Mindbug stuff is genial. Yeah, I don't know how you say in English, but it's amazing. It's like you are like, oh, I want to play this card, but I cannot because maybe in Mindbugs. But then, it's crazy. I love it. And so about the game itself, I think it's uh, I think it's more casual than most TCGs or games like this. But I also think this is a very good point for Mindbug because it's something you can bring on your holidays. You don't need a lot of space to play it. You don't need a lot of tokens. It's like you can bring it, play it wherever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. So I would definitely promote it around me. I have already started, and for now, everyone who has tested it with me loves it. So only positive things.
Yeah, thank you very much for the kind words. You didn't have a lot of time to prepare for the tournament, but yet you managed to win a lot of matches and become third place. So, how did you prepare for the tournament? How did you become better in this short time frame? So maybe you can give some advice to newer people who want to play the game more competitively.
Yeah, sure. So first, as you said, I think Mindbug takes a little bit of everything in different card games. So on my side, in Keyforge, it's really like adapting to what are the cards that your opponent might have. What is the current situation? Every time it's different. Every time your own deck it's different. You don't know what is in your own deck. You only see your first 5 starting cards. So this is something that you bring to the table even without having starting to play. So I think if you are like someone who enjoys board games and card games in general, of course you start with an advantage. But regarding the training and everything, so I had never played Mindbug before this event. I knew about it and I had heard very good things about it, but I've never tried it. So I received the game. I played 3 games in real life with my girlfriend, and we both loved it. And after that, I played a bit on the application on Steam. I checked just before the tournament and I had around 10 hours played. So I don't know if people consider this a lot, but to me it's very little when you come to a tournament with only 10 hours. But as you said, we didn't have a lot of time to prepare. So 10
Yes.
hours in like several days, it's quite a lot actually. And I played a lot against the AI. But also, I invited a friend, and we trained a lot, and he was pretty aware of how Mindbug worked. He had already played tournaments in Mindbug in France, so it was very good coaching and training with him. And my objective at the beginning was really uh, playing as much as I can without thinking too much. Playing. The way I work is I need quantity in order to know the cards by heart, in order to understand the interactions, to see things happen. And then when I have quantity, I can start spending a bit more time in each play and thinking about things. And there are some cards that, for example, I did not think would be great at first look. But then I saw like every time someone plays it, he wins the game. So I was starting to mind bug it, and maybe I was starting to win more. So this is the type of things that quantity brings, but you have to think about what you are doing. But my first thing in when I play a game is really to have quantity of games, and then start thinking. But I would say like 10 hours, it was great training, and my friend really helped me on that. And also the AI, learned me to play in different ways, because sometimes the AI was very aggressive, like 2 mind bugs in the first 2 turns, and I was like, what is the AI doing? And then he was steamrolling me with only the board without playing any cards, so I could not mind bug. And so playing against the AI teach me other ways to play, which were pretty interesting. And actually, during the tournament, there is one game that I played like the AI, double mind bug first two turns, and I won this way because it can set up a board that is really hard to deal with for your opponents if you do not play cards just after it.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you underestimated some cards in the beginning, that you learned to mind bug a bit more aggressively. Is there one card in particular
Yes,
that you can come up with?
yeah, the one it's I don't remember the exact name, but I think it's barrel something, and basically
Strange,
you steal.
strange barrel, yes.
Yeah. You steal 2 cards from your opponents, and in a game where you only have 10 cards in your deck, +2 -2 it's crazy. But for me, who I am a player, a Keyforge player, and in Keyforge the card advantage thing is not very important, because every time you draw back your deck, you draw back your hand, so it's not very important. So to me, these cards looked okay, but without being crazy. But in the end, I think it's one of the best cards, and if you can mind bug it, it's a very good play most of the time, I think.
Thanks a lot. That's good advice for new players for sure. So, thank you very much for the interview and for being a guest on the TCG Invitational Tournament. I hope to see you around in some future Mindbug tournaments and yeah, wish you a nice rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank, thank you very much for having me.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.